Hey everybody, Jonathan Herrera, senior editor, bass player. We're here in my office, and I've been playing with this pedal that I'm reviewing, and it's capable of doing a really cool thing. And I thought I'd share with you how to make it do that cool thing. The cool thing it can do, first of all, it's a envelope filter from a company called 3-Leaf Audio. It's an envelope controlled filter. That's probably a more officious way of describing it. And you know this effect, it's kind of like the auto law effect, where your input dynamics, the amplitude of your attack, how loud you play, controls a filter, a low-pass filter that sweeps across the frequency spectrum. And when you emphasize where that cutoff of that sweep is, you get this kind of wah-wah-like sound. But as opposed to a wah-wah pedal, which you use your foot to change that sweep, this, how loud you play, changes the sweep, or affects the sweep, controls the sweep, I should say. So that basic sound, you know it, you love it. Bootsy Collins, you know, a lot of funk music. It's famous for that sound. But this pedal does that really, really well. It's an analog envelope filter, but it does another cool thing that some envelope filters can do, especially those that have a effects loop built in, and that is you can use an external source to trigger the filter, to control the filter. Basically an external envelope to control the sweep of the filter, but you can still have the filter applied to your bass's signal. So what that allows you to do, let's say, is you're playing along with a drum machine or something at home, you want to come up with some kind of groove, and you want the envelope filter sound, that kind of quacking sound, the sweep of the filter, to be synced to whatever groove you're playing along with. Setting up an envelope filter like this makes that happen. So I'm going to demonstrate it for you. It's pretty cool. Basically what I had to do is, this is my bass's signal right here, this cable. It's going into the return of our effects loop. This is coming from my drum machine I'm using here, and this is an Akai MPC 500. Great kind of sampling, hip-hop kind of guys really dig those. And so the signal is coming out of the drum machine into the input of the envelope filter, and then my bass's signal is going to the return, and then the output is going to my mixer here, which is like my amp. I also have, this has stereo outputs on it, and so I have the one output going to the envelope filter pedal. I have the other output going to my mixer as well, so I have a parallel signal. Basically, I'm taking identical outputs, using one of them to control the filter, and the other one I'm sending to my mixer so I can hear the playback. And let's see how this sounds. First of all, I'll get my sequence going here. And this is already on, the green light is on, and I have it set up already. So there's our sequence. Now check this out. I'll play a note on the bass and listen to what's happening. You can hear how the filter is opening. It's directly correlated to the peaks in the drum machine in the beat. And it definitely works better with long notes, because you can hear that rhythmic aspect. And it definitely takes a little bit of tweaking to kind of get the ideal setting on the pedal, so this will work. When I first tried it, I was a little disappointed because I was fiddling with it, tweaking with it a lot, and I couldn't get it to happen. But I finally found the sweet thing. Part of what's important is this decay control, which is when the filter basically returns back to its ready state before it sweeps again. You have to kind of fiddle with that to match the kind of quick input dynamics of the drum machine signal that's going into here. So anyway, I fiddle with that, and you fiddle with the resonance, which is intensity, and the sensitivity, and if you mess around with it, you can actually get some really, really interesting sounds. So it's hard to think like on a gig how you could use this. You'd have to really work it out, orchestrate it with the rest of the band, but there's certainly a lot of possibilities. But definitely in the studio, if you're trying to come up with an interesting way to kind of alter your sound, I could see maybe tracking a bass track dry, with a DI or something, then taking that same signal, running that through this setup again, and then having the two kind of blended together and mixed between the two. That'd be a really cool way to use it. So anyway, that's one fun trick you can do with envelope filters that allow you to have external input.